Here we go. We're gonna try something new.
I think I've already made a mistake with my choice of drawing.
You went too ambitious. I chose something simple that I was like, I think I might be able to not completely mess this up.
It's not too late for me to change it, but I kind of still want to try it.
One of us should try something bold. As long as it's you, because I want mine to look good. Hey everyone, we are going to try to carve some pumpkins. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah, we didn't do this last year.
Or when is the last time we carved a pumpkin? It's been a long time, I think.
I think we did it like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I'm surprised.
I don't remember the last time I did one.
I'm surprised Sam hasn't come get us yet.
Yeah, we're breaking all the rules. So the pumpkin I'm going to attempt as part of the thumbnail. I'm going to see if we can even see the... I can't really see the outline over the glare, but I'm going to try to do the Mandalorian, or a Mandalorian. And Molly is going to attempt Ahsoka. I'm just like, yeah, give me a T and a couple of triangles. I think I can handle that.
Once I get the drawing down, if I can, then it shouldn't be too
You'll be
hard.
fine, yeah. You'll be fine. I've already got my drawing, and I'm going to start attempting to carve. Also, we have Grogu gracing us with his presence.
His little costume. He's ready to go trick-or-treating.
What's up, Omega Skyfox? Thanks so much for the nice words. I'm going to start carving. Marshall Latta says yes to Ahsoka. It seems like now I'm like terrified to start. I'm going to go smaller. It seems kind of like a do it, like a dare to try to do something really hard.
This is what I am attempting. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Did it focus?
I can't tell. Yeah, I think it did.
And like, these aren't stencil. I mean, this is a stencil, but I'm just kind of looking at my phone and drawing it onto the pumpkin with dry erase marker.
I'm going to start simple and just do a triangle here.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
And you're going to shake the table.
That's way too small of a blade. Yeah, we're carving pumpkins. We've got pumpkin beer, reading chat, and we've got knives. So what could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
There's some weird looking Lego, Tara Baby says.
I don't know if the thumbnail ever updated.
It did.
Okay. There's like some really small things on this that I don't know if I'm going to be able to attempt.
Oh, that's what the precision knife is for.
Yeah.
But I'm probably cutting out the smallest thing on my pumpkin right now with the big knife. All right. I've got one thing done. Boom. How's yours coming?
I'm still working on the drawings.
Oh, Bacon Bricks carved a Hauser last night. Didn't turn out very well. I'm curious to know what that would look like. How did you differentiate it from any other clone, or did you have like a really good wig to put on it? All right, I'm warming up with like all my straight edges here. It's like Squid Game. I'm gonna start with the triangle before I go into like a circle.
Uh-huh.
Should we have some Squid Game type rules if you mess something up?
Oh, I hope not.
Not that extreme. Ooh, that was kind of ugly. And also we'll just shove it in. All right,
Ahsoka's got a lazy eye, right?
You mess up, you get stabbed. I mean, we might just accidentally do that at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do something more difficult. warmed up with a triangle. There we go. Doomslayer asks if you're carving Grogu. I mean, I'm shocked, but...
I couldn't find... I mean, all the Grogu ones that I found online were even harder than this. So... I'm sorry to disappoint everyone.
I wonder how annoying these noises are, and also, like shaking the table. And...
Oh, yeah. Oops, I didn't think about that.
This is when we need, microphone arms, which we have. I guess we could have pulled them off of our desks and brought them in here. Pumpkin ASMR.
Hey. Some people might appreciate that.
I hope so. Because we did not account for it, and now we're stuck with it. But I'm, wondering how I can not shake the table so much. I guess I could hold the pumpkin in my lap. What's my personal opinion on the Sith Trooper? Your opinion is that they were underused and they could have had more potential. Yeah, I mean, they're basically just red stormtroopers. They didn't really do much in the movies. It's one of those things where the marketing kicks off and they show off, yeah, we have these cool new stormtroopers, and really they don't do anything different. They're just a new design, which is the case for most of them. I mean, even the Death Trooper is they look cool and they're supposed to be more badass, but they're not all that used.
Can you pause for a second?
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine that would be annoying.
Just super shaky table.
Grogu's eyes look terrifying behind the mask.
He's fine. He's having a great time.
Yeah, Sith Troopers fulfilled marketing, not story. I would agree. You just let me know when I can do my thing again. Stardrew says you got cool Yoda ears.
Oh, thank you. I think we got these from a viewer. Someone sent us these.
They are cute. Are they for a little kid?
Probably.
They look kind of small compared to you have you have multiple sets of Grogu ears.
I mean, shouldn't everyone?
Hyperspace broadcast. What's better, the Sith fleet or the Katana fleet? I mean, the Sith fleet would destroy the Katana fleet, I think. I like the Katana fleet and the story surrounding it more than the Sith fleet, but what are you going to do? Oh, here's a good chance to spill some tea. Bugfung wants to know what we thought of Dune. I liked it.
I liked it okay.
Yeah, I think both of us came out of it yeah, all right. Yeah, it was good.
It didn't blow my mind or, make me want to read the book. But it did make me, it stops so suddenly that you're well, dang, this isn't gonna... I don't know how to feel about this until I see part 2. That's kind of where it left me hanging.
It definitely feels like half of a story.
Yeah.
The climax, it doesn't end on a big climax, I think, the way that the Lord of the Rings trilogy, even though you could argue, oh, that actually looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll see if I can do it. I don't know.
Yeah, you did good.
Let's see. My drawing. Focus. That's what she is supposed to look like. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, I think that's a good drawing. I think you're going to be using the precision tool a lot, though. Yeah, I didn't read Dune until a couple months ago was the first time, and it was because my friends just like some of my friends love Dune, and so they've been so excited for the movie. So I was like, I'm gonna read this book finally, see what all the hype's about. And I kind of feel the same way about the book. I was like, yeah, I liked that. I mean, I was interested in it. I wanted to get to the end, see what happened. But I think that it's one of those stories that's like, when it came out, it was so insanely influential. I mean, it influenced Star Wars.
I just realized my face was like...
Get used to that. Like, Dune influenced so many things that at the time it was, yeah, like one of the greatest sci-fi stories ever. Reading it so late in my life, I was just like, it's okay. It didn't affect me the way it affected a lot of my friends. And the movie was kind of the same. I enjoyed it. It was a very faithful adaptation, I would say. They changed things, as they always do, but I enjoyed it. And I look forward to part 2. Especially because, like, you know, part 2 has some of the coolest stuff in it, I think.
I did get up to go to the bathroom right when, like...
Everything happens.
Everything started to go down. So I got up... This isn't a spoiler, because, like, people know the story.
Well, I mean, because the movie just came out, there's probably new interest in it, so I wouldn't want to...
Okay. Well, I got up when all the action started, I'll say that.
Yeah, it does have a very slow, methodical start to set everything up, and then something happened. Like, Molly was standing up to go to the bathroom, and something happened where I was like, is stuff about to go down? And I was like, she's probably got time. And then the second she walked out, like, explosions started going off. So, oops.
Yeah. Because I came back to sit down and I was like, looking at the screen.
People are dying and explosions are going off. I was like, so, a lot happened.
I'm gonna tweet this, and I really hope Dave Filoni retweets it or somebody.
Well, you gotta finish it first.
This has to make me famous.
This is gonna be the thing.
Oh, come
on. Laser swords. Yeah, I'd like to do an explain it to me for Dune. I mean, Ashton is one of the people that loves Dune, so that's perfect right there. We need to find the time for it. And I mean, we haven't done an explain it to me in a while. Kind of took a break, but Dune was kind of the thing. We were like, all right, we're going to do an explain it to me for Dune, and we'll start it back up. Get ready for Hawkeye. We'll do explain it to me for that. So, yeah, we'll at some point talk about Dune, and because I still have questions, because I've only read the first book. It was funny, I like did that video on the things that Dune influenced for Star Wars, and I talked about Paul being the hero of the story, and everyone's like, not after book 2. I was like, okay. Or not after book 1, which they certainly kind of talk about in book 1. How many books are there? I think 5 in the original set, but I don't remember. I know there's more, like Frank Herbert wrote a handful.
The hardest part for me on this is going to be pushing these little pieces in.
Oh, well, if you need help with your nails.
There's not a tool for that, is there?
I mean, you can just use the knife.
I'm just going to cut through it.
Just push it in.
Easier said than done.
They come out, too. Mine are just coming out. So far, so good.
This is gonna be damn near impossible.
Someone asked if we were Harry Potter fans. Thoughts?
Yeah.
As she walks away.
Sorry, I need to get a pen or something.
I like it well enough. I'm not huge into it. I've seen all the movies. I've read the first 4 books. I think I've read the first 4 books twice and then stopped both times for no real reason.
I could just try to carve this like the pros do it,
How do the pros do it?
like without cutting all the way through.
Oh yeah, all right. Like shading and all that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you want to make it even harder on yourself.
Actually, I mean, it might be easier with how small some of these pieces are, but we'll see.
I'm just gonna go ham.
Yes, I do like Harry Potter quite a bit. I have never read the books though, so purists might think less of me. But I like the movies a lot, and I feel like they're fun Christmas. Like they're
They
fun.
do feel Christmassy for some reason.
They're
I mean,
fun to rewatch around Christmas time because Hogwarts during Christmas is pretty dope.
yeah, everyone's telling me to read the last 3 books. I know, well, why did I start? I started them again like 2 years ago, I think, because I was watching them for IG, for Inner Geekdom, and I was like, I should read these again. So I read 1, 2, 3. I think I started 4, and then probably a Star Wars book came out and derailed me because I had to stop and read that, and then I just don't think I picked it back up. So I should pick 4 back up. Then I'll be back to where I was as a child, and then I can read 5, 6, and 7, which I know 5 is a monster book. That's the longest one, I think. But 5 is my favorite of the movies, so I would like to read it. And I know that, especially with 5, 6, and 7, like you just lose out on so much of the story in the movies. I will say, I'm not big on the Fantastic Beasts films.
Yeah, those aren't my favorite. I don't know anyone who really likes those.
The first
a
one was
lot.
alright. I enjoyed it. Crimes of Grindelwald, I was like, mm-mm. Crimes of Grindelwald is like if a Star Wars fan wrote a Star Wars movie and just like... It's like if I had written a Star Wars movie and just assumed that everyone knows everything that I know. Because there's so many things and characters in Grindelwald that I'm like, who are these people? I wish the movie would take the time to explain it. Are you tired, or did you just mess something up?
No, I'm tired of the entire table shaking.
Oh, well. That's just how it is.
Usually, if we carve pumpkins, we're doing it on a more steady surface.
Yeah, this surface is not meant for manual labor. Or really any kind of weight. Molly was like, you think this table's gonna hold up with 2 pumpkins on it? I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna power through this real quick.
Power through.
All right.
Oh, that one came out better.
Yeah, see?
All right, I got the tops of her her.
It did hold the
not
Falcon
her ears.
Doomslayer. Her ears?
What do they call them?
Her Montrals?
Montrals, yeah. I got the tops cut out. If I do this successfully, I'm gonna tweet it and tag every Star Wars creator possible.
I'll tweet mine alongside yours like, I did one too!
I did this one.
Wow, pumpkin build up here. I'm making good progress actually. Like you're the one that's gonna have the longer build, so to speak.
I picked this after spending like an hour looking for an easy Star Wars one. I've got
This
one-
was like the first thing I saw, and I was like, yep, that's the one.
I've got one on my phone that's like a pretty easy looking BB-8. But I was like, really like Ahsoka, and I wanted to try this. We'll see.
Oh, Hilo. He was growling at something. Boom! There, those are like the 2 biggest pieces of mine out of the way. I guess I should go and
Let me see.
get the tea.
You're almost done.
I gotta do
You're
the
like halfway through.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 more pieces to cut out.
Show the people what you're working with.
You're just trying to slow me down. Kinda hard to see. It's like the sides are like a silhouette almost, so just you get the shape of the helmet. I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. Figure we can just shine our phones in there at the end. We'll turn all the lights out.
What do you think is because we've never really done super complicated pumpkin carvings. We've mostly just done faces.
I did a Dawn of the Dead one, and you did Jack from Trick or Treat. That was a long time ago. Sam. My Dawn of the Dead one I felt was pretty
Yeah, that one was fun.
impressive.
But like, it was just like one big cutout.
It was like a bunch of zombies.
But it was still one big cutout.
Whatever. It was my crowning achievement. Which stormtroopers were orange? They should make some. Ooh, I don't know if that went right. I cut too little, I think, which is better than cutting too much. But we'll see how it looks at the end. CH Designs, I've never done a Shaun of the Dead pumpkin, but I have done a Shaun of the Dead costume before, and that's what I was wearing the night I met Molly.
Yup.
In 2009.
You had your little
No, 7.
You had your little paddle.
Yeah. It was a cricket bat. Thank you.
I don't think I had seen the movie. Well, maybe I had. I can't remember if I had seen that movie when I met you or if we watched it together.
I think we've watched it together. I don't remember if it was your first time or not. If I finish this fast, I might just go back to building the haunted mansion.
Leave me in the dust.
RMD, are we going to see characters from War of the Bounty Hunters in the Book of Boba Fett? I doubt it. I think that, if anything, seeing characters in the comics means we're not going to see them in Book of Boba Fett. There's just the fact that characters get used in publishing and comics, and this is something that I kind of just recently learned or had a revelation to, is that usually means that there are no plans for them elsewhere. Like, they're not going to be in the movies, they're not going to be in live action, so yeah, sure, make a comic about them, why not? But yeah, that's like why people thought Aurra Sing was going to be a big deal in Attack of the Clones. It's why people thought, it's why I thought Phasma was going to be a big deal in The Last Jedi. And no, not really. It's specifically for the opposite reason, that they were allowed to be used at all.
Got these I got my surgical tools out for this.
No, that's
Not surgical tools. They're for special effects makeup, but still.
That's not to say that can't ever change. I mean, I feel like live action and animation and stuff, like, those stories are prepared in advance so far ahead that it's like, yeah, why couldn't you write a comic that foreshadows it? But that just historically doesn't seem to be the way it goes. I'm about to cut my visor out.
Yay, good for you.
Let's see if it... Yeah! My face is a big letter T.
I wish we could, like, carve these so that you guys could see what we're doing better, but there's not really a good way with our setup in here to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut more of the guts out. I've got little stringies still inside.
Little stringies.
Will just said, I love how we can see nothing. Yeah, we're trying to keep you updated, but mine's almost done, and then I can turn it around and put a light in it and everything. What an exciting time, right, Molly?
I'm chugging along.
You're doing great, I bet. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done... Alright, I may have hurt myself, actually.
Did you goof?
I may have... I mean, like, not yet. I probably should have waited to cut the T out, because now I've got kind of like a flimsy area to work with.
Oh, yeah. So I was looking at the stencils that came with our tools, and it tells you, like, which areas to cut out first and which areas to cut out last. Basically everything I'm cutting out is small, so that doesn't help me.
I'm just gonna try to be delicate.
Be aggressive, be aggressive.
Omega Sky, you'd make a Tross Sith Trooper helmet. I'm sensing a pattern here.
I did find a pattern for a Death Trooper helmet.
Hold together.
To go on the pumpkins, and that one looked pretty cool. And it didn't look too hard.
Alright, so far so good. Now I've had enough of my beer that the bottle is rattling too. Just, what a mess. Now I do kind of feel like Squid Game vibes of just like, don't break. Don't you break on me. Super Princess Kai, thanks so much for the super chat. From all the Star Wars Visions episodes, which are your favorites? My favorite, probably by far, is The Ninth Jedi.
Yeah.
I really loved the story in that one, but having watched them so many times at this point, I'm kind of hard-pressed to find one I don't like to some degree, or one that I didn't find something to appreciate about it. Even the ones where at first I was like, meh, I don't know about this, like T0B1. Wasn't crazy about that one on the first go. And the second time through, I was like, you know, this has some like good Star Wars messaging, some good Star Wars themes. So, and maybe part of that is just because I watched them all so many times. I guess Akakiri I never really came around on. Like, that's one I don't think I'm going to revisit much.
That one, like, it's so weird because, like, both times that I've rewatched them, the second time I made sure to take a break because by the end of it, or by the last episode, I felt kind of burnt out. And I felt like that was giving Akakiri not a fair shot because that one was the last one. But I watched them all again, making sure that I took breaks. That one still was probably one of my least favorite ones. I don't know why, it just didn't resonate with me.
Yeah, people are pointing out. Both the Science Saru ones I didn't love. Although I think they did oh crap, what was that one called? It was one of the animes I watched to prep for Visions. The one about like it's not Journey to the Center of the Earth, but it kind of... Born in Abyss. Made in Abyss? That one. I think that was Science Saru, and I liked that anime. It was crazy weird, but I enjoyed it. So I am kind of surprised that those are the ones that just didn't land for me. And I was also surprised that I didn't like Triggers more, because I loved Gurren Lagann and Promare. And I mean, I liked The Elder a lot, and The Twins was fine, but I didn't love them the way I loved The Ninth Jedi. Whereas, like, when I watched Ghost in the Shell, that's another thing, kind of like Dune, where I'm like, okay, I see how this is very influential, but I didn't love it. I didn't love Ghost in the Shell.
Snoring.
But did you see they're doing some figures for Visions?
No.
I haven't seen anything from The Ninth Jedi yet, but they're doing the Ronin and the Twins so far. Those are what they've revealed, so I'm hopeful that they do more.
Yeah.
Because,
cool.
I mean, the Ronin figure looks pretty sick.
To like get a clean hole out of these like little teeny tiny ones is hard.
Stuart, I'm glad you liked the Ronin book.
Oh, you finished it already?
It came out October 12th, which we need to announce on our Patreon. We'll be doing a book club for that in 2 weeks, a week. It came out on the 12th. Oh yeah, we have that scheduled for next week. So I'll make sure that works, but we should be doing our Patreon book club for Ronin next week. But yeah, that book is wild. It wasn't really for me. It didn't have some Star Wars elements that I really love, but that's fine. Like, I've seen a ton of people talk about how much they love it, and I'm glad for that. It's like, whenever Star Wars gets really weird, like with Mortis and stuff, and I would say that Ronin is that way, it takes me some it takes me some getting used to. I need to warm up to it.
Yeah.
But I did really like the characters. Could you hand me a paper towel?
You're so needy.
Because I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
I'll probably be done by the end of this stream.
Hyperspace Broadcast. Recommend a Legends trilogy for you that's not the Thrawn trilogy or the Thrawn duology. The Darth Bane trilogy. I love the Darth Bane trilogy. If you've never read that and you want some, like, especially if you are reading the High Republic and want something that kind of goes along with it, it's still set 800 years before all that, but I think they work really well together. And Darth Bane is a great character.
If you're done, I'm just gonna wait to start on this next part until you're done shaking the table.
I'm just trying to clean him off, make him look good, and then I'm gonna put a light in him. He's got pumpkin blood all over him.
She's a little crooked, but so far so good. This is going better than I expected.
Nice.
Knock on wood.
Tirabibe, the X-Wing book. There's like 11 X-Wing books. That's not a trilogy. The first 4 X-Wing books work really well together, but Still, if you're asking for a trilogy, that's the trilogy, I think. Let me put his little hat on. Trying to get all the dry erase marker off of it now. Kind of looks like blood though. I used a pink marker.
My reference picture again. Oh,
All right.
There's spit everywhere.
You just spit everywhere?
Not on accident.
All right, hold on. Before you go too crazy, I'm going to turn the lights off and let's see how this looks.
Okay. I want to see how mine looks so far.
Okay.
That didn't make much of a difference. Ah! Spooky. Ooh.
All right. I'm happy with that. I'll
Look
take
at
that.
You. We'll see what I got so far.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can see the Montrals and everything.
Yay!
Yeah, that is looking good.
She's coming. She's coming, y'all. This is gonna be young Ahsoka too, because
Right.
my pumpkin's not tall enough to do her tall Montrals. So I went and got more pumpkin beer today because I think this is the first year I've become like really obsessed with pumpkin beer. I don't know why. But the Kroger by our house that sells these, they got them out basically saying like last call for pumpkin beer, and it took everything I had to not buy all of it that they had, but I might go back and get a box of 4 6-packs.
Well, what do you guys want to talk about? Or should I just start building the haunted mansion again? The jack-o'-lanterns are with us, but we are not pumpkin carvers yet. Yeah, that's accurate.
I definitely would not consider this like carving. I've never attempted to do like the shading and
Right.
where you like don't carve it all the way through and all that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even attempt that.
I think I would be good at it, but it feels like a slippery slope.
Brad Monasteer just says, Hayden!
Hayden.
Yay! Speaking of Ahsoka,
Hayden's in Ahsoka.
assuming that's not a rumor, but I tend to believe someone like the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm not like, I don't know, it feels like him being in Obi-Wan Kenobi took away some of the excitement for him to also be in Ahsoka, because now it's just like, yeah, good. Like, keep it coming.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like, I mentioned this in the Q&A, or not the Q&A, the news video?
Mm-hmm.
That I kind of wish that was a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I wish everything were a surprise, but it's just, you can't keep all these secrets in.
Yeah. Someone on Twitter mentioned that, like, we might see her go to Christophsis, which I thought would be pretty wild.
That would be sick to see in live action. Yeah, like, I'd love to see more locations from cartoons come into live action. We always talk about characters, which now that we've had a few of those, I'm like, yeah, now let's do planets. Let's do planets, let's do some vehicles. Dan Ben said there was a list of Star Wars, like, Lego sets coming out next year. So I'm going to see if I can find that.
Yeah, we need to... What should our next Star Wars Lego set be? Because we need one to start in November. I said that the Mandalorian Starfighter looked kind of cool. From, I think, it was like Bo-Katan's Starfighter, essentially. Oh, boy.
Oh, this list is from like a month ago that I just missed, I guess. Dan Ritter, thanks for the super chat. What if the Ahsoka series Anakin cameo is Ezra and Kanan's holocron? I don't know. I feel like Filoni's whole thing is the unexpected. That's interesting. That's something we hadn't considered, is that it might not be a Force ghost or a flashback. It could be a holocron.
Ooh. I wouldn't like that.
I think that if they're saying this, because people are going to jump to an interaction between Ahsoka and Anakin. And if they don't do that now, it's kind of like, that feels like pulling the rug out from under us. Yeah, I'd much rather see them interact. We've already seen Anakin in a holocron from Star Wars Rebels, which, you know, it that's fine. But I want to see Force Ghost Anakin talking to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I think that would be the most compelling story reason to have him in there instead of just a cameo.
Agreed.
The Hayden-assance has begun. Yeah, Maddie. Like the best part about it is seeing people be so excited to have Hayden back after I feel like he got crap for no reason for too long. Mm-hmm. Let's see, the list I like that. The list I see, and this says it's a rumor for 2022, Hoth Battle Pack, Hoth ATST, Dark Trooper Battle Pack, cool. Just says the Book of Boba Fett, and then there's something that says Boba Fett's Palace, cool. Ooh, yes to this. Luke Skywalker's helmet, I want that. Mandalorian's helmet, I'll take that. The Death Star garbage compactor, cool. Training on Dagobah, cool. And UCS, Luke Skywalker's land speeder. Yes, I would like that. So let's see. Dark Trooper Battle Pack sounds cool. Boba Fett's Palace sounds cool. I definitely want Luke Skywalker's helmet and the Mandalorian's helmet. And I want that UCS. Because I feel like, you know, if we get the Luke Skywalker helmet and that does well, then maybe they'll make a Wedge and then eventually a Biggs helmet. Fingers crossed. I see a couple other, like, list articles. I'm going to see if... Nope, those are the same. Okay. That's cool, yeah.
I'm down for those. If you had a dream Lego set right now, what would it be?
I don't know. The UCS Falcon was kind of awesome. Not kind of. It was awesome. I like the land speeder for a UCS set. I don't know why. Just because it's different, and I've always liked that design. I liked it since I got the toy as a kid. So the land speeder sounds cool. I mean, they've already done so many UCS starfighters that, I don't know, I think they've hit all of the ones I like. Maybe the B-Wing with a bunch of movable, like, wings and stuff, so you can play with it and not break it apart.
Yeah.
Matthew Emery, thanks for the super chat. Are you doing any Twitch Resident Evil type streams for Halloween? We miss your Mr. X screams. I was planning on it, and then I don't know. I've been busy trying to keep up with YouTube stuff on its own, so I haven't done any. I might try to get one in under the wire, but I just haven't had enough time to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm still planning on doing one. I'm not sure when, because I want to play House of Ashes, or Ash, whatever it's called.
But I miss doing those too. It's 6:45.
Oh, okay.
I do like doing them, and it's not like, I can only do it during Halloween.
Yeah, I was talking about that on a certain point of view the other night, that like we can play those up into November. I know people that do those like all year round.
Ooh, a Stinger Mantis from Fallen Order. Yeah, I would love some Fallen Order Lego sets. That's something that, Lego, understandably so, focuses on the films and the live action stuff. We've got some animated sets, but I would love to see Lego do. I saw someone say that we should get a UCS Starhawk. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, take to the games and the books and the comics, and let's do some out of the box thinking for Lego. That happens so rarely, but I would love to see that. Kay say, which Doctor Who stories featured Bosk's costume?
Oh, I knew that his costume was from Doctor Who.
That's what I was going to say. If you asked that the other way around, if you asked which bounty hunter had a costume from Doctor Who, that one we have, but we are not Doctor Who fans. So I have no idea. The pictures I've seen of it are in black and white, so I assume they're from the 70s, maybe earlier.
That's a safe assumption.
Third planet, someone says. How are you doing?
Look at that cut.
Oh wow, that's her eye.
Yeah.
Good job. You're you're doing great. That looks good. It's something about pumpkin carving, like when I look at mine, I'm like, that doesn't look great, but then you shine a light in it and you're like, all right, that looks pretty sick.
That's why I think that carving and doing the shading and stuff was probably easier than we think, because then you don't have to worry about like accidentally poking all the way through. You can just shade, like the deeper you go, the brighter it'll be.
Right.
But like the shallow stuff would be pretty easy.
Sure. Cian M. Hain Eiley, I probably just butchered your name, and I'm sorry, but you're a bit of a Bosk expert, so you knew the third planet. I had no idea. Ooh, HoloNet Marauders is a good one. Thank you for the super chat. What's our favorite Halloween costume we've ever had?
Probably the nun.
Really?
For me.
Really? That's your favorite? Not like Pennywise?
I mean, I liked the look of the nun better than Pennywise.
Really?
Yeah. Just I think the makeup looked cooler.
Okay.
Pennywise makeup is easy.
I don't know. You had people who have known you for years, including me, didn't want to be around you. That's how effective your Pennywise was.
Well, I mean, Reagan was good too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something about Pennywise.
I guess it's the contact lenses, maybe?
And the teeth.
Yeah. The nun had the same teeth.
Molly's costume this year is topical and great, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the end. Mine is topical, but easy, which is what I usually do. My favorite one? I don't know. Vegan Police was super fun.
That one was cute.
I mean, I like doing easy stuff that happened like that year. I'm trying to think of any.
I try to do like topical stuff if it comes up, because that's just more fun for me.
I'm trying to think of anything that I've ever done that took effort, like your costumes do. Like last year, I just did Carve, which was my Boba Fett onesie and my Boba Fett helmet and a red shirt wrapped around my neck, and I was like, I did it.
Not everyone is up to the challenge of going ham on Halloween.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't really enjoy and love your costume. I'm not going to costume shame anyone.
Well, then I guess Shaun of the Dead is my favorite one, because that's what I was wearing when you changed my life.
Don't touch me! Love you.
Oh yeah, and Tara Bibby says now I can wear Cobb Vanth and just put this pumpkin on my head.
Oh boy. It's coming.
Ooh, this is a good trivia question from Ben Potter. Thanks for the super chat. What sabacc card did Han steal from Lando's sleeve in the last scene of Solo?
This little green Psylop?
Yep. If you only had this little green Psylop.
Solo is one of those movies that the more times I rewatch it, the more I like it.
It's such a fun one just to throw on, and it feels like easy viewing. I don't know. Something about it is comforting.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm done with the hard part.
That looks hard.
The small bits aren't as hard as I thought. Like,
Okay.
I got these out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're, like, done with your biggest.
This is probably the hardest part, the little eye
Yeah, that looked rough.
pupils.
Good job.
I'll show you guys soon. I will finish this before the stream is over.
You can just keep looking at mine. Star Wars Complete, thank you for the super chat. I've always wondered, what was the inspiration to start your channel? Was it planned out? Also comparing Lesser Evil's size to Hilo is pure comedy. That's... yeah. This is a thick boy. This book is heavy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not gonna read that.
That's alright, that's my job.
The Thrawn stories so far have not impressed me.
They have definitely been up and down, in my opinion. This is one of the better ones. But it wasn't as good as this one. This Thrawn book is still, and the originals are kind of like my gold standard. The original Thrawn trilogy obviously like kicked off Star Wars books, and this was the first canon one. And I don't know, just seeing Thrawn rise through the ranks of the Empire and seeing him as an underdog was really interesting. So I really loved that one. The Ascendancy books and the two sequels to that one, they've been up and down. Like Alliances and Treason didn't really do much for me. It was fun to see Vader and Thrawn team up, but that was kind of it. The Chaos Rising, the first Ascendancy book, I was like, this is at least wildly different, and I appreciated that. And then the second book was so strange. It was too far that direction, I think. But I feel like Lesser Evil is a good... what was that one? Greater Good. Lesser Evil is a good balance. It kind of brings it back the other direction. So I liked Lesser Evil. The inspiration to start our channel was for Dragon Con trivia, and also because I worked in like video marketing, and I was like, you know, for a couple years I was like, I think this would probably be a good idea for a YouTube channel, and I was just dragging my feet on it, and then I finally decided to do videos and study at the same time. Like, I was making videos basically to study trivia. So that was the inspiration to start. So I guess in that sense it was planned out. Otherwise, it was just kind of an experiment. I don't know what you mean by planned out. I mean, I thought that it had legs, but
she's got legs.
Yeah. But that's as much as it was planned.
All right, I'm in the home stretch.
Well, Jane Dalton's here with a super chat. Thank you, Jane. You've said in a recent video, Lucas originally wanted Luke's lightsaber to turn red when Vader held it. Was this change made before or after Luke's saber was changed to green? Was green supposed to signify a character change? I believe the change was made after the decision to make Luke's lightsaber green. And the big deciding factor on making it green, I think there were two that I've read about. First was that they were fighting in broad daylight against blue sky on the sail barge, and they were like, we can't see the blue lightsaber blade. So if you look at even the trailers for Revenge of the Jedi at the time, Luke's got a blue lightsaber. But you couldn't see it as well, so they were like, make it green. And I think the second reason was to show that Luke had built his own lightsaber and that it was different from what he had before, which they don't talk about until that scene where Darth Vader holds the lightsaber and he's like, yeah, you constructed your own. Because early on in the movie, like, there is a scene where Luke builds the lightsaber and then they deleted it, and there's like this whole discussion between I think Lucas and Larry Kasdan and Richard Marquand, where they're like, okay, if we cut that scene, then how are people going to know it's real? And Lucas is basically like, make it a different color, whatever, like, and then people will know it's different. So I don't think the green was really meant to signify a character change. It was originally just supposed to be blue. And then I think the comic, and I don't know the intricacies of this, whereas Lucas is concerned. I assume someone told the comic creator to change the color of the lightsaber. I don't know why they would do it otherwise. And then they decided, no, that's too confusing. But it was too late for the comic, which was coming out, because adaptations for like novels and comics, adaptations of movies, they used to come out way earlier than the movies, which is weird. Like, I remember Revenge of the Sith, the novelization came out before the movie, and I had friends who were like, have you read it yet? And I'm like, no, I'm waiting to see the movie.
We haven't announced the stream sponsor yet.
Oh, crap. I looked him up. I gotta go look again.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break because my hand hurts, but I'm almost done, and I hope it looks good.
That's right. Today's stream is sponsored by Clam Burglar, our Jedi Master patron. Thank you so much, Clam Burglar.
Clam Burglar.
Yeah, games used to come out. I see people talking about like the Revenge of the Sith game that came out before the movie. It's interesting to see how that evolves over time as like spoiler culture has become more prevalent. We've talked about this before, but I cannot remember when everyone started to really care about spoilers. Because I remember I would miss episodes of Lost in high school, and I would just go into class the next day, and people would be like, "Did you see Lost? Like, this crazy thing happened." And I'd be like, no, I missed it. Oh no. But I wouldn't be mad at anyone for telling me that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, yeah, if you didn't watch it live, then too bad, so sad.
So I'm like, I don't recall when that became a thing that people got mad about. It's like, no, you let me, like, give me my time to watch it.
Yeah.
And so at that time, in 2005, it was like, who cares? Revenge of the Sith, the novelization, comes out a month before the movie, and you can read the entire story before seeing the movie. And now, like, the Force Awakens novelization came out on the same day as the Force Awakens. I think the Rogue One novelization did too. And then when The Last Jedi hit, it came out in like March. It took 3 months for the novelization.
Yeah.
Which I believe is all just spoiler reasons, like trying to keep the plot safe and everything, but it's weird to see all that stuff change.
Yeah.
Newbie Plays says they blame the Snape killed Dumbledore meme. That makes sense, honestly. That feels, the timing feels about right.
Yeah. I remember standing in line with my friends when the last Harry Potter book came out because I had nothing better to do. And I wasn't going to read the book, but I wanted to go to the midnight book release with them, and I heard about that. I heard that people were, like, going around and yelling, Snape kills Dumbledore. And I was like, what kind of person would do that?
Yeah.
That's, like, really evil. And, like, not in a fun way.
It's not a fun prank.
No.
Wait, 1, 2, 3,
Four more
four more carvings?
carvings.
Wow. You're moving right along.
I'm chugging. This thing is... I'm gonna grease this up so much with Vaseline because I want it to last until,
For
like,
how long?
after Halloween. Well, at least until Halloween.
Yeah, it only has to, it'll make it that many days.
I hope.
Jack-o'-lanterns last for a while. It's not like you make them and the next day they're rotten. Willie the dog. Never forget Dooku is just stabbed instead of losing his head. I remember, again, and I didn't get mad at a friend for doing this to me, but they read the scene of Palpatine attacking all of the Jedi Knights, or the Jedi Masters, to me. And, like, Kit Fisto and Saesee Tiin, like, they both get decapitated, and then Anakin comes into the office and sees Kit Fisto's head on the table, and I was like, holy cow! Like, and then none of that happened in the movie. It plays out fairly differently.
I'm sorry, I'm not talking. Trying to finish this. I will finish what I start.
You've got this. Do you want the bigger knife?
Nope.
Okay.
This has been working so far, I don't want to mess it up.
I mean, I know yours is a lot more precise than mine. Caleb, I think the only thing I've been spoiled on is Darth Maul being in Solo. And I didn't know how, but it was like... I usually get off of social media for, like, just... I don't read comments, I don't read tweets, I just get off 2 weeks before the movie comes out. And for some reason that detail came out, and I was just like, that's probably not true. And then the second you see that hologram pop up, I was like, and I heard the voice, I was like, well, that's Darth Maul.
I got spoiled for Ben Solo and Rey at the end of Rise of Skywalker, but that was my own fault because I heard about the image circulating with the two of them standing there with, like, blue lightsabers. and I didn't know what the image was, but I was like, screw it, I just want to know what it is. And I went and found it on Reddit, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I wasn't mad about it at all.
People were like tweeting that out, which I'm like, why did so much of the Rise of Skywalker leak? But then people just talk about leaks as if everyone wants to know them. That annoys me.
Yeah.
Sleep of Giants says, brew!
Brew! Hi, Sleep of Giants!
Thank you for the super chat.
Actually, I think these are from them. I could be wrong, but...
Oh.
Let us know in the chat if you were the one that sent me the ears.
What's up, Brian Ward says, Collider spoiled Maul and Solo for me, and I was spoiled on Yoda in The Last Jedi.
Aww. I wonder if Brian Ward is good at pumpkin carving.
Brian Ward is good at everything artistic. So, yeah. Brian, I bet you have a kick-ass pumpkin this year. You better. You better.
Taking the little tiny pieces out is pretty satisfying.
That's gonna look good. We're gonna have to get like electronic lights to go in these because Molly got like these hay bales to sit outside of our house, and I assume that's where we'll put our jack-o'-lanterns, but we can't put a live candle in a jack-o'-lantern on a hay bale.
I got the little electric.
They're so
candles.
little though.
You can put a bunch of them in
Okay.
there. We'll figure it out. They do sell like little electronic lights to go in your pumpkins. Ugh, so close.
It's funny to see also people who, I don't know, they all have their different opinions on how long you have to watch something or read something. Like, I think it was last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I did a short on the lullaby. I think that was 2 weeks ago. And about how it had something to do with a death in the Rising Storm. Mm-hmm. And people were like, no, you spoiled it for me. And I was like, it's been 3 months.
Yeah, no, that's on them.
Like, if you really cared that much, you would have read the book. And I feel like 3 months is enough time.
Yeah, definitely.
And for something you watch, I'm like, a weekend. Every media has its own stuff too.
Yeah.
Jane says the carving is a very ASMR feel.
I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's almost over. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like a month is appropriate for a book. Like, people want to take their time with books. Sometimes they take a while to read. So, like, that doesn't bug me, but I don't know, when people were raising a stink...
It's been 3 months?
No, I said a month.
Oh, for Rising Storm?
I'm saying that books in general.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a month is a reasonable amount of time before openly talking about spoilers. But when people were getting mad at me for talking about something that happened 3 months ago, I was like...
Uh-huh. Sorry, bro.
Maddie, like, live action stuff, a movie and a TV show... A movie, yeah, I think deserves a couple weeks. But the way Disney Plus has been handling their live action stuff, they give people like a day or two to watch it. And I do think that's fair, because most of it's 30 to 60 minutes. And I think a couple days, a weekend, like, that's enough time. If you really, really just have to avoid spoilers, then you'd make the time to watch it. But yeah, Disney Plus will start putting stuff out like the day after, maybe even the day of, where I'm like, oh, okay, we're just talking about this? All right. Time on spoilers for a video game? Probably a couple weeks. Same as a movie, I think. Maybe a month, because it depends on the length of the game.
Okay.
Is that it?
She's done. I need to clean her up a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna look. I mean, like on the inside, but.
Blue, what would I have done with Hux in episode 9? Something completely different. Because I wouldn't have brought Palpatine back, and then you wouldn't have needed Pride. So I think Hux would have still been in competition with Kylo Ren. I think that's appropriate.
What would have been the big bad in the final movie?
I don't know. That's why I don't envy J.J. Abrams. I'm just saying, if I were in charge, I would have shot down everyone's attempts to bring Palpatine back. I'd be like, no, we're not doing that.
All right.
Did you get all your...
Time for the reveal. Oh, like the...
Yeah, get all your
I mean, they won't
marker
be able
off.
to see that.
All right.
But... And clean up my mess. I might have to, like, get a Q-tip out or something and finish cleaning this.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Claude could have been the big bad.
Oh, Claude.
Rodney, I also cannot wait for Midnight Horizon. I just have been thinking about how much I'm loving the High Republic, and I can't wait to see what else happens. But the comics have been really, really good lately, so I'm glad we have those to spend our time in between the books. Trail of Shadows, so far, it's only been one issue, but I love it.
Sorry, I'm making some final adjustments. All right, that's good enough.
Okay, I'll go turn the lights off.
Why do I do this to myself? Oh, please look good. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks good.
I can't really tell what it looks like on the screen, but
Where's your phone?
it's back there.
Hold on. Where?
Oh wait, just kidding. It's right here.
Just... we can have them both lit up. Yay!
Ta-da!
Yeah, yours definitely looks more impressive.
It snips. Now
I
you
think
got-
I made my carvings are too big. It looks a little abstract.
No, you know what it is.
You
Though.
can kind of tell.
Yay!
Huzzah!
My back hurts now. But these are gonna make for some cool pumpkins. We're gonna be the coolest kids the coolest kids on the block, as usual.
I'm just gonna leave the rest of the lights off. That'll be because that's
Give me validation. What are they saying?
it's Mr. T, right? Yeah. Wow, Molly looks great. Someone said Ahsoka Tano. So
Yep.
that's good.
As long as you can tell that's who that is,
Uh-huh.
I'm happy.
Most impressive, in all caps. We did it. Brian Ward says, looks great. Paul Kalugden, sorry if I said that wrong, says Estarguar. I'm not sure what guar means in Spanish, but
I don't know either. It's funny, like, this is the knife that he used, and this is the knife that I used.
that's why mine went so much
The
faster.
little tiny one. Yeah, had to get all the little tiny hole. Like, this one, I still kind of want to get another pumpkin and do just like a regular jack-o'-lantern, because unless it's lit up, this doesn't really, you probably wouldn't know what this is unless you're a Star Wars fan.
No one's looking at jack-o'-lanterns during the day anyway. Is it? Oh, it still kind of lights up with the lights on. It looks way better with the lights off. Sure.
Mine, like, I still could probably clean up some of the stuff inside, but like,
Yeah.
if the light is in there and shining from that, then I think that looks pretty good. The eyes were the hardest part.
I think that looks great.
It's hard to do eyes on a jack-o'-lantern that make it look like the little, like, reflection is there.
I'm going to tell everyone I did that one.
No, don't.
They'll never be able to tell. There's no evidence online that says
I'm gonna carve
otherwise.
my initials and do it real quick.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up our stream for the day.
Yeah, and
We did it.
we will find time to finish the haunted house Lego.
All right, I'm going to finish that before Saturday.
Yeah.
But that's just on my own time.
Oh, Pippin. Pippin's meowing at the door. So, yeah, time to go.
Good timing. Well, thank you all for hanging out and watching us carve. I hope it wasn't too noisy and annoying. I don't know what that sounded like. I'm going to listen to this right when it's over. I'm going to be like, that sounds terrible. And if it did, I'm so sorry. But we'll be back next week with probably something Lego. We need to get a new Lego set, but
Yeah, we have to get a new one.
yeah, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. But thanks, everyone. May the force be with you.
Have a good Halloween.
Yeah, and happy Halloween. Have a safe and happy Halloween.
Eat lots of candy.